Good morning, stackers. Let's talk silver versus silver miners. Is it a generational opportunity? We'll be recapping yesterday's amazing interview that I did, chat with ASX Trader, talking about things and likening that to the silver market as well. We'll talk just a bunch of other stuff. Of course, live gold, silver, platinum analysis, Bitcoin and crypto. Take a look at some altcoins as well. You just get every single thing here. If you're watching this on the replay, look, use the time codes below to go to your favorite part. But if you're watching live on X and on YouTube right now, you get to enjoy every single damn thing we do here, including the synchronized slurp in the first 1 minute of the show. Wherever you are in the world right now, grab your tasty beverage. I've got my tasty beverage. We slurp them synchronously together. You must do it audibly. It is the honor system. We'll all know if you don't slurp it. I've had people slurp it during meetings, okay, and they've told me they've sneakily done it. So just do it sneakily wherever you are. In 3, 2, 1, slurp your bevy. Good to see you, people. My name is Joe Main. I've been a precious metal stacker since 2010, a crypto stacker since 2013. I stack silver, I stack Satoshis, I stack skills, I stack a community and a friendship right here. Join the GMS family by hitting the big red button on YouTube or the follow button on X. 1,337 subscribers on YouTube now. We're getting up there. We're rocketing now. It's doing very well. And 3,500, I think, on X as well. When we get to 5,000 followers on X, I'll do a silver giveaway. Do I have a silver coin here somewhere? 5,000 followers on X. Silver give. Whoa. Maybe I'll do 10,000. I'll do 5,000. Screw it. Silver giveaway at 5,000 X followers. And I'll do a silver giveaway when we get to 2,000 YouTube subscribers. Okay, we'll do that. So that might happen at different times. But yeah. Of course, the show is brought to you by Perth Bullion Exchange, perthbullion.com.au, Wealthstack, wealthstack.com. We'll take a look at the silver stuff in just a second. Of course, though, got to get some shout-outs out the way because the early birds catch the shout-outs. GMS says, Knackers O'Reilly, do you like I've kind of improved. I had ASX Trader on the show yesterday. Of course, you know who ASX Trader is. It was great to put a face to the name. How good was that? I prettied up everything beforehand, making this little box look nicer and all that. Nothing like a nice looking box. GMS says, Knackers O'Reilly, another great day in Melbourne today. It's a bit overcast where I am, but yeah, probably is. Lance, GMS, hope you're feeling all right, mate. Getting decent sleep as a brand new father. David Smith is back in. Morning, David. XRP is pumping. Oh, is it? I'll have to take a look at that. Thank you very much. Morning, Lance. How's Junior going? That's right. Yes, we want to know how's good old little Junior going. Little Lance. G'day, Knackers. GMS says the Don. Good morning, everyone. Absolutely. Oh, rough night, was it? Yeah. Oh, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry, you poor new father who had a rough night with their newborn. So no, I really am. We do empathize a lot, but it's also that tiny little bit of sucked in, bro. Now you're getting it too. ASX Trader interview was good yesterday. Should be a regular thing. I absolutely agree. We'll be getting ASX Trader back on again because even though we weren't even able to share screens, we had a sharing screen issue. It was still a great chat, and we're able to kind of get through everything without even sharing the screen. So next time will be even better. Morning, Joe, says Jason Ashworth. Morning, Jason. Good to see you. Yes, nice to have a good discussion on the channel. Yes, it was really good. Yes, thank you, Lance. It was great. Mrs. had it worse with the sleep. Yeah, I absolutely, totally agree. Stitch says, is Toshi? Hang on a second. This is amazing. Number one, great to see you, Stitch, on the show. And it looks like you're coming from X. I didn't think live chat on X was actually working, but apparently it is. So you're coming straight from X. Fantastic. Is Toshi going to get above 9 today? Let's have a look. We'll take a look at Toshi at some point in the day as well. She is a great lady. Women are amazing. Aren't they just? Amazing? So we're going to do probably the silver miners thing, I think, straight away. Let's do that, and I want to get your comments in. Let's talk about silver versus silver miners. Okay, is the silver mining area a generational opportunity versus just owning silver? Okay, now I want you to pop a comment below. Are you in the silver miners? Okay, is that whether that's in, United States silver miners or particularly Australian silver miners? I want you to post your favorite silver miners below, preferably the majors, not the juniors. Okay, not the ones that are still exploring and all that. Preferably just some of the big boys. Okay, post those, and we'll take a look, maybe a quick little individual look at some of those as well. We're going to take a big look though at just silver versus the silver miners, and this is basing it on. I've actually shown this chart before, months and months ago, but with the chat that I had yesterday with ASX Trader, and let me share the screen. Okay, did the amazing chat yesterday with ASX Trader. You know him, you love him, the TA, technical analysis genius, in my humble opinion. Did a great chat yesterday with him, and even though we couldn't share the screen, we talked about a lot of different things. Talked about the crypto market, talked about gold as generational opportunity for gold just in on itself, the physical metal, talked about silver as well. Could silver hit $730 US? We got a good answer on that. Check out his answer yesterday. All the time codes are there. But ASX Trader also talked about the generational opportunity of gold miners versus gold itself. And there's periods where obviously gold miners can really outperform the gold metal. Now I'm going to share his post from a couple of days ago, and then I'm just going to do the silver version of that. Okay, so this is ASX Trader. I will always promote other people who are doing things even better than me, okay? Which is hard to come by, but he's actually doing a really good job. Much better than me in terms of TA and all that sort of stuff. This is Mastering the Markets' ASX Traders thing. And this was his little thing yesterday. Gold miners relative to gold are historically undervalued. Now, I think this was done... It was before our chat, actually. No, it was after our chat he posted this. So after we talked about it, he then posted this thing. Gold miners are relative to gold are historically undervalued, and the setup is looking phenomenal. Right now, gold is cheap compared to equities, meaning the stock market, which is absolutely true. We talked about that on the interview yesterday about the generational opportunity of precious metals in general versus the stock market, highly undervalued versus the stock market right now. And he says miners are cheap compared to gold. It's a double discount scenario that would be stupid to ignore. Agree. Okay. Historically, whenever this ratio, now let's take a look at this. So this is the gold to gold miners. It's in a gold mining index. Okay. So I think what this is, it's the GDX, which is just the general gold mining index, and it's versus just the regular gold price. I'm not sure if this is priced in US, if it's a ratio, but I don't know if it's based on the US dollar prices or the Australian dollar prices. I think it's the US as far as I'm aware. Now, I was able to replicate that exact chart. So we'll take a look at it right here, though. He says, historically, whenever this ratio has been at such depressed levels, okay, it has preceded explosive upside moves in the mining sector. Miners are highly leveraged to the price of gold, yes, meaning that even modest gains in the gold price can lead to outsized returns in the miners. Absolutely. Now, on top of that, the Australian gold producers are in a prime position with the weak Australian dollar as it currently is, supercharging their gold conversion rates. They're effectively running money printing machines at the moment. I do agree, selling gold at record high Australian dollar prices while keeping all these massive profits, right? Making them some of the strongest players in the global space right now. I'm just reading this on the right-hand side. Based on this chart, he says, we haven't even hit the red zone yet. Okay, there's still massive upside potential before we reach even historical overvaluation levels. If history is any guide, this kind of setup has led to generational buying opportunities in the past. Can someone smell a massive bull run brewing? Because all the signs are pointing to one, with a little rocket ship and a fire emoji. So that's how confident, and it's very obvious, right? Take a look at the ratio, how confident ASX Trader is in it. I've talked about the miners versus the gold, just gold in general in previous things. I'll show you those previous charts. But I wanted to do the silver version of that today. So let's take a look at that. I'll just go, this is the silver version right here. I'll just quickly show you that other chart where it was the gold, what was it? The GDX, where it was. Give me 1 second. GDX versus gold. And the GDX, that's not the one. Give me 1 second. Is it down the bottom here? Or did I not save it? Don't worry. All right, so here is the silver version of that as far as I can do it. Now, ASX Trader might have a couple of better exchange prices to use. I'm just using SIL versus silver. So SIL is I think it's the global silver miners ETF. Okay, and this is just silver being the silver spot price. Okay, so as this is going up or as this is going down, it's better to be in physical silver versus the silver miners index. Okay, now we're not talking about individual silver miners. We'll talk about those in a second. Again, get your comments in right now. Do you have some major silver miners in anywhere in the world? And again, the majors, not the juniors, that you're really looking at. So post a comment below. So this is the silver mining index, which silver mining index versus silver. Now, if nothing else, if you don't want to play the individual mines and find the best ones and all that and do all that research or follow other people that do, maybe just even purchasing, not financial advice, just SIL, which is just the Global Silver Miners Index, might be just, you might not get as amazing gains, but look at this generational bottom. It does seem to be at this stage. So as this is going down, so you can see here, December of 2010, this would have been roughly, this was the time when silver silver physical was getting really hot, okay? And then this downward move says it was much better to be in physical silver than it was the silver miners. It was basically saying silver miners, bleh. Okay, yeah, no good. Then in January of 2016, we had a bottoming out here at basically almost like the 1-to-1 parity, okay? Right there, and a huge move, okay? Now, again, this is a ratio, all right? So that's a 150% move in the ratio. So as this is going up between January 2016 and July of 2016, in just a few short months, silver miners went absolutely mental versus the silver spot price. That is, again, bearing in mind, this is a ratio. Both things could have been going down or been going up. It's just one's outperforming the other. Okay, but that means silver miners were going crazy in the fiat dollar price as well. They're doing very well. Okay, so it would have been much better to be in silver miners versus silver. Now, does that mean you should have sold all of your physical silver and put it into just SIL? No, you can, do what you want, half this, half that, play a bunch of different ratios, have your core stack of precious metals, but then play a little bit into the silver mining sector as well, okay? So that was a massive opportunity right there. Then, since then, we had this little dip, right? You had this little move back up here. So between, 2016 to 2019, okay. Oh, and then you had the COVID low. Okay, there's the COVID spike. Okay, that's very similar to that other. If you take a look right there, there's that COVID low in the gold versus gold miners, right? There's that COVID low. But with silver, it's the same thing. And then that would have been a very good, another very quick buying opportunity. Okay, right there. If you scooped up some silver miners right there and played it to there, you did another great move. You wonderful person you are who picked that move. That's 100% move. Okay, so imagine buying at these areas. Imagine catching that move there, or imagine even catching this move here. You probably didn't. I know I didn't. But what if some people did? And they did because, well, that's what the chart did, right? Imagine having a bunch of silver miners, and then you swap all the silver mining stock for double the amount of silver, because it's 100%, right? Roughly double. You got to take into account physical premiums and all that, but roughly double the amount of silver in your hands than if you had have just bought silver. Okay, so this is a way you can up your stack. Okay, so there are periods where, just like the gold miners to gold ratio, where they become highly undervalued and then they turn around and have big moves. So it looks like if it can be said for gold, which I think it definitely can, you can see here very clearly on this chart here from ASX Trader, it's definitely over its changed market structure. Okay, that's what ASX Trader would say, and many other traders would say that, many other TA people. You can see very clearly that. You can see that pretty clearly. Yeah, you can see that clearly, that little range right there. We're definitely back over there, and now it's acting as support. All right, so it's changed its market structure, so it's in a bullish move. Okay, silver, SIL, silver miners versus silver, isn't quite there yet. It hasn't changed its market structure as I understand it. Now, this is my personal opinion. Now, this is all this stuff I had drawn in previous, and I've talked about this before. I may even change a few things around after talking to ASX Trader and learning a bit more. But here's what I previously had in. I called this right here the getting interested line. Now, this is a ratio number, okay? So as this is going up, silver miners outperforming the physical silver. At 1.27, I called it my getting interested line. Now, funnily enough, I think that's also going to be the change of market structure area. I think probably ASX Trader, if he was looking at this and if he was joining me right now, I'm pretty confident, could be wrong, but that would probably be the area, the same one where he goes, yeah, that's definitely your change of market structure there. Could be wrong. Maybe it's already changed market structure as far as his web. But look, I take a look at this, move down to here, you can like clear support level. That's just a spike on the monthly time frame. So yeah, just a spike. So very big cluster of support right there. And then that became resistance, and then very clear spike right there. So I would call that the getting interested line. And I'd almost actually, I'm not going to call that the getting interested line anymore. I think I'm actually going to call that the getting excited line. Change market structure. That's going to be way too long. Okay, change market structure. I would now actually, in learning more about changes of market structure and all that kind of stuff, I think that's not just my getting interested line anymore. Whenever I see now, from now on, whenever I see, if I think it's changing its market structure into a bullish sentiment, then I'm not going to call it my getting interested line anymore. I'm going to call it the getting excited line, because it's basically signaling, oh, new bullish territory and, higher highs from there. Cool. So that's it, 1.27. So we're not there yet. So it depends on the kind of risk profile that you have. Might you decide, okay, look, it hasn't technically confirmed its change of market structure yet, if you believe that to be the level that it is. So I'm going to wait until the 1.27, and at least we've got a close. This is the monthly time frame. You'd want to see a close of that month, any month, whether it be this month, next month, whatever, a close of the month above, and that would be, oh, wow, okay, that's really starting to turn around. Or you might have so that might be a bit more conservative, okay? Or you might have a little bit more of a risk profile, and you're happy to get in here because you are confident. If gold's already changed its market structure, okay, if the gold miners, already changed its market structure versus gold, then the silver miners versus silver will probably do the same. In my opinion, if I'm a kind of pretty plate safe kind of guy, I guess. Well, having said that, not so much in history, but I'm trying to be these days. Me personally, I would actually consider, and this is just me, you do you, I would actually consider getting SIL, or maybe one of the really top silver miners, maybe the Australian silver miners in particular, before we see that change of market structure. I'm happy to take a bit of that risk, I think. Maybe not a whole bunch, but maybe a little bit of my portfolio I might put into SIL, or maybe one of the large Australian silver miners, for example. Again, put your comments below and I want to take a look at a few of those. Okay, because again, where gold goes, silver does tend to follow. It's already changed its market structure, it seems. It's looking pretty good. Generational opportunity, says ASX Trader. Possibly even more of a generational opportunity for the silver miners versus silver. Of course, silver versus gold in general. So physical silver versus silver gold. If you take a look at the gold to silver ratio, historically it's getting up there now. So it's the gold to silver ratio. All right, as this is going up, gold's outperforming silver. We want this as silver stackers. We want this to tank. Okay, but it's getting up into it's getting into its high-ish territory. Okay, and it won't stay there forever. It will tick over at some point. So silver versus gold will be a great move to be in. And then the silver miners versus silver miners versus the physical silver might be an even better play just for a short period of time. And it doesn't last forever. We're not talking 5-10 years. It lasts, let's see, a number of months. It can last, You can see the downward move is usually quite extended, and the upward move is quite explosive over a few months. So you can take years, right? Years for just silver miners to land behind silver, and then when they take off, and it goes pretty quick. Look at that again. Like, what's that? January to July or August. January to August of the same year. Okay, so 7-8 months. COVID low, March 2020 to July, so just a few months there. Okay, so when they do take off, it'll probably be quite explosive. Now let's take a look at potential higher targets. Let's see if I'm basing it on what is there a zone that I can do which is similar to that. Now let's see. That's the previous low there. Is that something similar which would call that your sort of overvalued, historically overvalued area? Okay, you would probably call that, yeah, I think that's about right. I'm going to pop in a rectangle. I might be doing this incorrect, okay, but what's kind of the generally overvalued? It might be around about, there you go, it might be around about that TP1, okay, that I've had previous, that 2.41. You could even say it's a little bit lower if you want. All right, I'm going to say it's in with this area. There you go, right there. That is the historically, I'm going to call that the, is that maybe too long, too much? Too much, take it back. I'm going to call that historically overvalued. I think that's about the right range. Historically overvalued range. And again, it's a range, right? So that means it could, pump all the way up to the top here or, find some resistance there. I think that's about right for me. I think I did that right. Pat on the back to me. So that's around about your 2.2 range to your previous high, your like 2.7 range. Yeah, actually, that's not even counting those spikes there. So maybe I'm wrong on that. Give me 1 second. I might just lower that just to be safe because you may not hit the previous all times. I'm going to call it around about maybe there is your historically overvalued with, you can have an extra peak. Okay, that's about it. So your 2.2 to your 2.5 range right there. You've got a lot of room to move. Okay, you've got a couple of hurdles in the way. So for example, let's say you were to wait until a confirmation closing any month above that 1.27, above the change of market structure, getting excited line. Okay, now which I'm calling it. If you only took it up to about there. Now, ignore the time frame. Okay, I'm not saying it's going to do it here or here or here. It could be months and months and months from now. It could happen even quicker. But I would watch at least for a bit of resistance. And I'm not saying you should definitely take some profits here, but watch here for that downtrend line. That's pretty obvious. Okay, very obvious downtrend line. You might consider scaling out a little bit there. I don't know. That would be around about a 25% gain in your silver holdings just by buying SIL and then swapping it for physical silver again, or maybe a silver ETF, something like that. I know we're pretty much we love the physical here, but that's around about a 25% gain in your stack in probably just a few short months. That's not bad. Now, very likely you would maybe see some resistance here, okay, but very likely it's going to shoot through and get back eventually into that historically overvalued range. So I'm betting on that. I'm just imagining this will be some kind of resistance if you wanted to trade that. If you're happy to hold it for a little bit longer and not worry about just trading the up and down, then let's see what kind of move are we talking about. Again, ignore the time frame, but to the top end of the start of the historically overvalued range, you're looking at about a 70% move. That's not damn bad, hey? And also up to the top end, all right, of the historically, that's a 100% move from there, to there, from the getting excited line, the change of market structure. Now, if you decided, no, I think I want to buy here, well, what kind of move could you potentially have? Let's just lower that. So that becomes a 120% move. Cool. Are you telling me that you would not want to potentially more than double, or let's say double your silver stack within a year's time? Okay, within a year's time frame, doubling your stack or doubling the portion that you took out of your silver stack. Let's say you sell half of your silver stack and put half of it into SIL, well, then you're doubling that portion, okay? Is that a bad thing? No, because you're getting more physical silver, and we love the physical metal. And then you're playing the longer ride of just this, because silver would probably just keep going up at that stage, I imagine. Let's have a look. That's at that, 2016, 2010. Yeah, so then you can up your stack and then ride that longer silver wave. In terms of the silver wave, what kind of wave are we talking? Just for all my newbies, if you're into crypto and you watch me for crypto, you really should be following me for precious metal stuff, because gold and silver is going to be the place to be after the crypto run, if it's not done. And when the stock market has a big move down, which it will do pretty soon, this year, early next year at this stage. Okay, let's take a quick look at silver. So you could play the silver miners to the silver ratio and then keep playing the silver market. We'll come back to that in a second, but just quickly take a look at that. The biggest cup and handle formation in history, of which ASX Trader gave me a little pat on the back to say, yes, silver can go to $700 an ounce. It's going to take longer though. So it's going to take, not 3 to 5 years, taking that kind of 10 to 20 year time frame, which I think I'd already had put in, for example. So that's that. That's the cup and handle formation right here. Where are we? Right there. That I've got them drawn in previous. Cup, handle, breakout to measure the cup depth, and then do that to there. So the measured move takes it around about $730 US anyway up there. And we're talking time frame though is like 10 to 20 years, minimum 10 years. So we're talking like up around this kind of level with ups and downs. It could be even 20 years from there, but $700 silver, yeah, doable in 10, 20 years, okay? But imagine in that time playing the silver miners to silver ratio, and that might, over that time, over 10 to 20 years, there's going to be multiple times probably, at least 2 probably times where you could up your silver stack by playing the silver miners at the same time. Cool. So imagine that. And then, hey, generational wealth, generational opportunity. I've got young kids. ASX Traders got young kids. You may have young kids too. I know Lance does. Okay. Hey, Lance, maybe consider this, mate, for your beautiful newborn. Okay. For when they're, getting into their teenage or, into their years for them. So I'm just rambling now. Where was I trying to find? SIL to SIB. There we go. SIL to silver. So that's where we are. Okay. That's my humble opinion on the silver version of ASX Traders gold versus gold miners. This is silver miners versus silver, highly undervalued. Watch for that change of market structure. I might get in a little bit now, quite possibly, and look to get up to that historically overvalued range. Silver miners versus silver, a generational opportunity. Let's talk about your favorite silver miners, if you have any. Let's go back here, and then we'll do live gold analysis, platinum. We'll take a look at Bitcoin and crypto and all that other stuff too. Let's see. Comments. Let's see. Morning, Eddie. Good to see you. Good to see you again too, Eddie. Great to see you, my friend. You meant this? Yes, right. Lance says, I'm waiting for gold miners to enter. Right. Only in GDX. Yeah, that's fine. Look, play the index. It's a safer play. If you take a look at the GDX chart, let's take a quick look at that. GDX charts. Now, there's a couple of charts. So you've got the GDX being the US dollar version, and you've got the Australian dollar version. I have both, but I'll show you the Australian dollar version just for funsies. Here's the Aussie dollar version of the GDX. So it's the Van Eck Gold ETF units. Okay. Is that the right? Yeah, gold miners. Oh, is it ETF units or is it the gold miners? I don't remember. I think it's gold miners. Van Eck. Yeah, I think it is. Anyway, you can see it's in all-time high territory. And when you get in here, give me 1 second. Grok, what is the GDX stock on the ASX? Give me 1 sec. Good old Grok will tell me. Have I got the right one? Yeah, oh, it is. Yeah, Van Eck Gold Miners ETF. Bang. Got it. Provides GDX, Australian ASX. It looks like it's in Australian dollars, though. So, yeah, it's going to be the Australian dollar version of the Yeah, Van Eck Gold. I got it right. So basically, because of the weakened Australian dollar, you're seeing all-time highs in the GDX in Australian dollars. Okay, now we're in all-time highs. Do you stop there at the breaking the all-time high just a little bit? No, you keep going. Okay, that's generally, and you're going to get up to a certain level. You know, if we're doing Fibonacci extensions, then you might want to look at, you know, possibly 84 Australian dollars as a potential short-term target. One of the main ones you'd want to watch out for in Australian dollars, this uptrend line, quite potentially, you know, up to your, say, depends on the timing, right? But, you know, watch out for maybe the 0.2618. That's at the $116, $120 level. But you're like, you know, again, you can roughly double from here very easily, okay? And you've got a lot of room to move up. Okay, so yeah, that's just holding GDX itself. So Lance, I do agree with you. Maybe just holding GDX is a easier play to go, other than worrying about what's this and researching all this. Just hold an ETF. Okay, I'm going to say the same though for the SIL. I think I'll be getting into that probably in a potentially a large way at some point. As you know, I've been moving a portion of my physical silver into the crypto market to up my stack. Now I'm thinking, if when, and I'm parked, as I've said to a lot of people recently, I'm parked. I keep doing this when I say parked. I should do this when I say parked. I don't know why I do that. I'm parked in US dollars at the moment, mainly. Okay, my portfolio, I'm just in dirty fiat currency, just waiting to see. I'm a little bit in crypto at the moment. I'm just riding a bit of a wave, a small wave, like ASX Trader talked about just recently in the altcoin market. But I'm trying to increase my stack. Okay, now I'm thinking once I'm confident that either we're at the peak of a crypto market or it's already done and I'm going to get out, I'm going to take my USD, I might put a decent portion of that into SIL rather than just back into physical silver. I might do a half-half split. Thanks for the tip there, Lance. I appreciate it. Let's see. It's amazing when motherhood kicks in. A lot of support is needed. Yeah, absolutely. Good morning, says what? Good morning. Great to see ASX Trader yesterday. If there's a next time, maybe let him riff a bit more and he may reveal more of what he's looking at. Right, that's a great point, and thank you very much. I love that. That's really good advice. I will let him riff even more. Yeah. So I was loving the back and forth. I agree, though. You got to let the experts talk. I think it was pretty even. But yeah, fair enough. AG maybe. AG is that, are we saying, Andrew, great to see you on the show. By the way, all of a sudden everyone can do Twitter chats for some X chats, live chats. Wasn't a previous thing, didn't think it was. Good to see that people can chat live on X as well. AG maybe? Well, silver is, if we're talking about just when we look at the silver price, I can quickly do that. If you meant, is AG a silver miner? Let me have a quick look at that. I think you're just talking about silver in general. Give me a moment though. Share the scran, brah. AG. Oh, okay. You're talking about First Majestic. Thank you. Yeah. So First Majestic silver, of course. Right. AG. Yeah, maybe AG might be one. I mean, First Majestic, it's huge, right? It's one of the big boys. I said here is First Majestic silver, could be one of the plays. Let's take a quick little look. I'm going to do my amateur versus ASX Trader quick little first look. Okay, so what I do is I just do a quick little bit of Fibonacci and I see if there's any confluence. So I'm just looking for confluence, okay, as most are. Let's just see that. I'm going to take it from this low and this high, see what retrace levels we've gone to. And then I'll do in the opposite direction. Okay, so we're below the 0.786 there. So what would I need a little bracelet that says, what would ASX Trader do? WWASXD. Okay, what would ASX Trader do? Where would be the change of market structure there? You know what? I don't quite know, but you'd want to look out for, again, from this low and this high, we're even below the 0.786 at $6.30 US cents for First Majestic. So I'd need to see it, I mean, bare minimum, and I don't know if ASX Trader or anyone else would call this the change of market structure. Probably not, although it could be wrong. That's my, I'd say, getting interested line. Okay, getting interested there. And that's really annoying. So center, right, top, do that, and I'll do that to there. Cool. That's my getting interested line. It's at least got to clear and hold above that $6.30 line, and preferably I'd say, yeah, I'm going to call it there at the $8.30. Maybe that's the change of the market structure that you really need to see. Okay, so maybe that level around about $8.30. Getting excited after here. $8.30. Cool? Yeah, that's for me. So that's First Majestic. Quick little look. You start closing above $8.30, looking quite good. Okay? Yeah, that's that one. Thanks for that quick little tip there. Any final comments? Silver Majestic. Yes, correct. All right. No problem. So that is our silver miners versus silver talk. Let's get into some other stuff. Shall we? Of course, you should be buying from Perth Bullion Exchange, perthbullion.com.au, the greatest bullion dealer in all of Australia. I'm not joking. I've worked for 3 major bullion dealers. I know what I'm talking about. I've lived it, man, served 1,000 customers, seen the back end, seen the different owners, the different this, the different philosophies as well. Ooh. Oh, I could really talk about that. Interesting. The different philosophies. Yeah. Perth Bullion Exchange is doing it the best. Free shipping when you buy over 20 or more items. Mixing and matching, not 20 of one product. This one of this, 2 of that, 3 of that. 20 or more items in your shopping cart in your order. Instant free shipping Australia-wide. There's no other bullion business in Australia that gives you free shipping in the first place. They never give you free shipping unless they've effed up your order. And then, they send something out and then but you paid for shipping in the first place. They don't reimburse your previous shipping costs. They just send out the second shipment because they got something wrong or missed an item. They'll just send that one for free. But they don't reimburse you for your previous shipping, right? So no other bullion business gives you actual free shipping ever. Okay? Except if you buy from Perth Bullion Exchange, perthbullion.com.au. Also, they have a price match guarantee. Come on, man. Find any item on their website at a competitor's website. Terms and conditions apply, but then they'll match it. Okay, and then with the free shipping, like you're already up, man. Perthbullion.com.au, and of course Wealthstack, wealthstack.com. Buying gold for spot plus 1%. No matter whether you buy $100,000 gold or $10 of gold, okay? The premium always stays the same. Spot plus 1%. It's crazy. But you have the privilege and the, convenience of using your phone to do it. Okay, so it's actually mainly a phone app. Okay, they have the desktop version. Yeah, you can sign up here and log in and do all the user interface and do everything on the desktop. It's actually mainly a phone app. It's for you or your normie friends and family who you've been trying to wake up. Give them the the gateway drug of Wealthstack, wealthstack.com. Okay, get them to download it on iPhone or Android. It looks the same on both of the app stores. Okay, Wealthstack, one word. There's your logo. There's your user interface. Australian owned, Australian operated, Australian regulated, unallocated gold program, backed 1-to-1 with real physical metal. It's not paper contracts. It's real physical metal. Okay, all I would ask you to do, find out more by going to Wealthstack, wealthstack.com. Go down to the bottom left-hand corner. It's just my internet's a bit slow today. And click on the frequently asked questions page. Read the facts, and you'll get the facts. Wealthstack, wealthstack.com. Let's go to quick gold, quick silver, quick platinum, and then we'll get into the quick crypto side of things as well. Gold on the monthly time frame, priced in US dollars, 2,928. Haven't got a lot to say. It's just rocketing. It's just doing great guns. Okay, not a lot to say. This is the monthly time frame, looking brilliant. Yeah, I have been saying. So we've got 14 days. Oh, happy Valentine's Day, everyone. By the way, make love to your silver today, please. Make love to your silver stack. That's weird, and I don't want to know what you do with your silver bars, but what you do is your own opinion. But my point on that was we're halfway through the month. Okay, so there's one thing I wanted to potentially. It could be a potential setup. It might not happen. Okay, but just bear in mind where we are right here. We're in a high. Okay, so you see this peak in October of last year. Right, that coincided with being at the highest point on the relative strength index that it's been since July of 2020. Okay, so 4 years roughly. Okay, now we're at a higher fiat dollar price, but we're still at a lower relative strength index price. So I'm not saying the following is going to happen, but if we, you could even close higher, but if we don't close higher here, that would be potentially setting it up for a bearish divergence, which would mean a potential bearish divergence, which means you get a higher high in the dollar value. Pick a number, I don't know, 3,000, 3,200, 3,300, I don't know. Okay, I don't know, but then you have the opposite where it's peaking lower, okay, or peaking maybe just even or slightly lower, okay. That would set up for a potential bearish divergence, which just says, look, we've had a decent run after breaking out. We broke out of the mother of all trend lines, okay, which is really positive for gold. And then we come up to a certain point, 32, 3,300, and then we just take a little bit of a breather. Okay, short-term breather on the way, but that would kind of confirm that for me that, okay, steam is just starting to run out a little bit. But we're not there yet. I'm just saying watch out for it, okay? And you can just follow me to keep on top of it. But look, it's looking great for gold, okay? We've nearly broken the previous all-time high, which was only set like 2 days ago at 2,940. Okay, looking great for gold in the longer term. Yeah, just watch out for that little just steam starting to roll out to run out on the short-term time frame. Potentially, we will peak at some point and then have a bit of a retrace. As I've been saying, a healthy retrace would be actually back to test the mother of all trend lines and a quick move back off. That's incredibly positive for gold. Okay, nothing goes up or down forever. Gold, go back to silver very quickly. As I was showing you, silver on the daily time frame in USD, just go clear and hold above that $32.50 level. Again, we're making a play for it. Is this week the charm? We've got a couple of days left, or maybe next week, but eventually it will break $32.50. Once we do that, golden days are ahead, or silver days are ahead. Okay, looking fantastic. If we do something like that, ignore the time frame, but something like that, brilliant. And then onwards and upwards we go to the next hurdle, which for me is at, that's a lot of brushes. Let's see, 1980s fib. Come on, you SOB. 1980s fib, which for me is at $38.50. The next little hurdle along the way. And I call that the final hurdle for new all-time highs coming soon. Okay. Let's call that horizontal. Nope, not that one. Whatever. There we go. Key fib right there. Final hurdle for new all-time highs coming soon. That was that long one that I did. Okay, cool. That's all you need to know. Cool. And as I said earlier in the show, you've got that cup and handle formation, which in 10, 20 years time is going to take it into your high hundreds, your $700 range. Okay. We're just at $30-something right now, okay? Got a lot of room to move. At least got to break that $32.50 to at least continue the party. Cool. Not a lot to say with silver. It's looking good at the moment. Just got to get over that level. Platinum, however, wow, okay, we're back. Wow, we're back in the We're back in the 4-digit range now. $1,000 per platinum ounce. We did talk about the fact that we are now back into what I call the cautiously excited zone. Okay, we just got out of cautiously optimistic, which is this area right here. Okay, this is the cautiously excited. Then I'll be kind of more excited around about here. Cool. So above that range, we just need to at least break above this downtrend line and then do something like this. So it's good to see. As you know, with platinum, I've been faked out a million times, just like Lucy in the football, right? Kicks it out from under me, and then it just does this and then goes, okay? So that could still happen, all right? We just need to at least get out of there, okay? Close that, hold as support. Again, ignore the time frame, but the pattern is what we preferably want. Okay, that, and then rocket up past here. You rocket up past there. Oh, Nelly, that is very good. I will be very excited, okay? Not elated and totally like bull, but it'll be very excited. I would almost, I'll be very excited here. And then, got to break 1,115, which also happens to coincide roughly with that was a lot of squiggles, roughly with the major downtrend line as well on platinum. Platinum, again, we talked about platinum yesterday, briefly on the ASX Trader interview. It's highly undervalued versus gold and silver at the moment. You break through that downtrend line, and then you break, for me, final hurdle, the change of market structure for me is at 1,115. Other people may say, no, it's not until you break that high of 1,340. Maybe that is it. I really like it here. If it closes any month above 1,115, roughly, above it, not at it, not spiking, closing, then that's a really good sign. Okay, then you're probably just basically bull time for years to come. Okay, for platinum. Great that we're above $1,000 now. We just need to stay above it. Cool. That's platinum. Let's go to, I did gold to silver ratio. I won't worry about anything else. Let's go take a quick look at final comment. We'll do some comments here, and then I'll quickly look at, I'll do, what you call it? Comments, and then I'll quickly do some crypto stuff. Yeah, I don't have any other comments. P. Repeat is here, GMS. Hey, lads, great to see you, my friend. All right, let's get into crypto. Bitcoin, altcoins, and TOSHI I will take a look at, as I do for my lovely TOSHI fam. If there's any other requests very quickly for a crypto that you would like me to look at right now, if you're watching live on X right now, pop a comment in the live chat if it's available for you. Tell me is there a crypto that you would like me to take a quick look at. I'll take a look at something I've looked at before, or I'll do a quick first look at something I've never looked at. Okay, but let's take a look at Bitcoin. Okay. Same, and I've been saying this, and ASX Trader has been saying the same thing. We agree that is just in this no man's land trading area. He differs to my final hurdle, and I'll probably defer to him. But yeah, it's in a no man's land. Not a lot to say. Look, great to see it with, again, this 96,400, 96,500 level has been very key, and is interesting. I'll pop it on the daily. No, I'll pop it on the weekly as well. This is the weekly, okay, and all I do is I take the Fibonacci from an old high and an old major high and an old major low. I'm discounting that quick spike up to that new all-time high of 109,000 from there, and then you've got these Fibonacci lines, and you can see very clearly at 96,500 right there, that's at the 0.382 from this high and this low. You can see it acted as support. It acted as support and had that big spike down, but it technically acted as support last week. This week, we have been closing days below it, but so far, interesting. So far, we're right hovering at that 96.5 level again, 96,500. Okay, if we can close, and we've got a number of days, because again, crypto is 24/7, so it doesn't take the weekend off. So you've got until, Monday, 11 a.m. my time for the new week to tick over. So there's a lot of room to move, but hey, if you can close above that 96.5, at least close at or above, technically close in the green, okay, that'll be looking all right. Potential move higher or a relief rally to go higher. For me, it's at least got to close over above that 0.618 level at $101,000. For me, my final hurdle is at $104,000. Okay, roughly 104, 105, 104 roughly. Okay, that signals to me, okay, if you close any week above there, that's looking very good for then higher prices coming. For ASX Trader, his level's at about 107,000, where he's noting a lot of the selling taking place. That's around about there. So yeah, you can see that spike at 107, 607. You can see that spike. So that's a fair point. I just like it there. If you can close the week above it, imagine having a beautiful, in the next couple of weeks or a few weeks, or it might take a while, but you start having a beautiful green, solid green close on a weekly time frame above there. I'm going to stick with that for me. I'm going to be a contrarian. I probably should stick with what ASX Trader says, but I like that personally. That's just me. So I'm going to stick with that $104,000, $105,000 area. We're nowhere near there yet. We're just in no man's land, and we at least got to stick above that 96,500. Otherwise, down we go, and that would take the altcoin market down with it. But speaking of altcoins, let's take a look at others. Others hovering around 270 billion. Now, ASX Trader, for example, has said, and has been taking a trade, and I have a small trade as well, that he is expecting a continued move up from here. So up to around about anywhere between, and he said this exclusively on the show. Publicly, he stated around about 295 to 300 billion, so that would put it around about here, okay? But on our show yesterday, he said, I could get as high as about 320, okay? So I'm not going to hold him to that, but I'm going to put that kind of in that range, round about there. And that actually, and we talked about it, that actually coincides roughly with the, where that coincides very closely with the bottom, the downtrend line right here, and it coincides with that $330 billion Fibonacci level that I have. So it's around about that 320, 330 billion where you could have that move up to, and it might even touch up against. You never know, might have a quick spike to that downtrend line. That'll be a major area though. So but anywhere between here and here. Okay, so the point I'm making is we had this move to 280 billion, which on the daily time frame, I did say, watch out for 280 billion because it's a key Fibonacci, again, from the old highs of the, show you the weekly, the old highs of, let me get the RSI, old highs of the previous altcoin peak, right, in November of 2021 and the previous lows of December in 2022. Forms these Fibonacci lines, and this one right here is at 280 billion. That's at the 0.5 level right there. I said on the daily, yeah, at least we might be rocketing up to that level there of ASX Trader, but just watch out for that little resistance level. So far, 2 spikes to that resistance level of 280 billion. Spike, failure to close above 280 billion. Spike yesterday, failure to close above 280 billion. Yesterday, I should say, that was the day before. Yesterday, we had a spike to 280 billion, and we're back down. Now, the positive is you can have a down day and then it can turn around. So I am positive that ASX Trader is probably correct, okay, and then we're going to see a move higher up at least to that range right there around about that 300 billion. That would coincide with this little high right here. I can see that. It's just I find it interesting that on the smaller time frame, that 280 billion has acted as resistance. So if you're like a real day trader, you may have found that acting as resistance has been good for you, but don't sweat the small stuff, okay? But yeah, so that's I will stick confident with some higher in the altcoin market, anywhere up to there, okay? Find some resistance there, and then as ASX Trader says, what you then want to find, I'll go back to the daily, is then you want to find obviously a higher low. You want to see something like this happen where, okay, where you break above. And I would say that 280 billion is going to be the kicker, all right? You break above, you find resistance, maybe sellers somewhere in here. Let's say it's here at the bottom end of the range, and then you want to find that support and then onwards and upwards. That would be a good sign, okay, rather than doing that. That ain't good, okay? That first one is good, or something like that kind of thing, right? And then, then you start cracking through that 330 billion. For me, that's a very, very, very good sign, which is, you know, above and closing above that downtrend line, confluence of areas, that trend line, the $330 billion area, big confluence around that $330 billion area. That would signal to me I'm pretty much back in, okay? But I will watch the market, and I will watch other people and listen to their opinions like ASX Trader and many other people. So that's the altcoin market. Short answer is very likely a continued move higher. What would negate all of this? A move lower, Joe. But what would be the area? For me, yeah, well, obviously you just don't want to close below there, okay, because you can have spikes. So we'll just say it right there. Okay, don't close below there. Although people like ASX Trader can say, well, if it's going to go lower, it's going to go lower for one of two reasons. It might dip below a previous low because the trend will continue, but also it could be doing it. I'm not saying this is happening, by the way, but just watch out for this to grab liquidity, a little fake out, and then it heads back up, okay? I think the more likely path is just a tapping on the door of 280 and then eventually up to there, okay? So that's my bet at this stage, and I have trades posted accordingly for the altcoin market currently. What am I in, you ask? Okay, I'll quickly tell you what I'm in. You didn't ask me, but I'll tell you. Do not trade these. Please do not. I've maybe made huge mistakes on my choices. I'm currently in 3 small trades. 3, well, not that small, but 3. I'm in some trades. I'm in PENGU. PENGU is the Pudgy Penguins NFT airdrop token. Okay, so I'm in that at the moment. I am back into briefly, I'm into GRT, the graph, and I'm also in Hype, Hyper Liquid Coin. Where are we? I'm also in Hype, which currently, out of my 3 current trades, is the one that's up at the moment. My GRT, the graph, and my PENGU is actually down from where I initially bought in, but the graph is holding up, the graph Hyperliquid is holding up really well to the rest of the alt market. Actually, some are down like a decent amount. If you take a look at, say, yeah, a bunch of them are down, but Hype is actually having a green day today, so it's doing very well. So out of the 3, 1 is doing all right. The other 2 are down below my initial buy-in, but I'm confident again with that move up to the sort of at least $300 billion market cap range for the altcoin market, which should push those other ones back up at least into their break-even point, I should say, or possibly higher. Anyway, that's what I'm in. Let's take a look at TOSHI. Because you've asked, then I'll check your comments, and then I will see if you've made any queries or chart requests for another altcoin. Okay, quick little move. I did this yesterday. I probably haven't got a lot to say, actually. I'll just show you on the 4-hour. Okay. Yeah, there you go. Here's a quick little TOSHI update for the TOSHI fam and everyone else out there. We had that move. I did post a X post, but just a static image post of this just yesterday. We had that move. It went down into my best buy zone of between 0006 and 0004. Hit the best buy zone. Is that it? I don't know the answer to that. Could this be a relief rally and we just head further down? Yeah, absolutely could. But so far, we're in this little no man's land. So we hit the sort of almost middle of the best buy zone so far. But we are not above my level of 0.00094. Okay, why is it 0.00094? It's just a Fibonacci level from this high and this low. Other people may have better levels that are more indicative, more predictive, etc. I just like that. It also happens to line up pretty much exactly with that low after the big spike up to 0.002. We had that move back down there, and that kind of lines up there. So I at least need to see it close above there. And that's all I really need to say. I guess if you start closing below, yeah, you call it below that spike there. So below 0.7, 0.0007. Start closing below 0.0007. That's an extended line, Joe. We don't want that. We want the horizontal line. Right there, see that spike? Start closing below there again, and then that also lines up with that cluster of support, okay? So that cluster of support, then we had that spike back down exactly to there. So there it is. Start closing below there. Oh, not great. That would signal, yeah, and then maybe back down. Watch out for a potential fake out there, I guess, but then, you know, the more time you spend down here, right, the more likely it is to be taken out, and then we'll be talking lower prices. Okay, yeah, but that's really all you need to know. It is just in a trading range at the moment. What I need to see it do is obviously do that, and then the ultimate would be to crack above here. Okay, that's what you want. Above here is good. Above here is even better. That's very good above that 0.001 line. That would be a great move. Okay, that would be signaling a very nice move for TOSHI. We're not there yet. Got to at least see that 0.0094. Once we crack, if we ever do, but once we do, I think we will eventually, the 0.001 area, good going. Close above, hold it as support, and move up. Great goings. Then we'll talk about even higher prices for TOSHI coming along down the track. We're not there yet, so we won't talk about it. Cool. That is TOSHI. TOSHI is the face of Base Chain. Base Chain owned by Coinbase. Coinbase run by CEO Brian Armstrong. Brian Armstrong's one of his cats is named TOSHI, hence it is the meme coin on Base right now. If every man and his dog is getting back into crypto in another crypto bull run, once that's confirmed, people will be using Coinbase. They'll be hearing about meme coins, and TOSHI is the meme coin of Base Chain. Okay, and it's available on Coinbase. Okay, that's what took it from here to there very quickly, okay? Because Coinbase said, oh, we're going to list it. And they said, oh, we've listed it now. And that went 1,600, 1,700%, okay? What happens if every man and his dog is trying to get back into crypto again, using Coinbase, meme coins, and seeing TOSHI? That's all I'm going to say about that. That's for the Toshi fam. Chart requests for other cryptos. Let's take a quick look. Let's see. PENGU. Yes, PENGU. I just did PENGU. PENGU in terms of its I'll go back to it because I did say I was in it. So it has been looking like it's turning around. Someone also mentioned XRP before. They said it's on a bit of a rip. It is having a bit of a turnaround potential. This is PENGU. Okay, quick little thing. It's gone into extremely undervalued, oversold on the daily relative strength index. But as ASX Trader said just on the show yesterday, and I do have to agree, and I've been using this for a long time, but I will listen to people who are much smarter than me. The relative strength index is a lagging indicator, and you want to use leading indicators. However, pardon me, ASX Trader does use the RSI, but he uses it in a different way for it to become a leading indicator. So what he's looking for is signs of bullish divergence or bearish divergence, etc. But look, I do find it is a lagging indicator, but I do find over time when you see it at a very, very low point on the relative strength index on an oversold, it doesn't spend, it is a lagging indicator, but also it doesn't spend forever there, which usually, not all the time, but usually means over the longer period, it'll get back into this area, which means a higher fiat dollar price, okay? It looks at this stage, unless, the arse is going to fall out of PENGU, bearing in mind, don't forget, it's an airdrop token. Now, because it's an airdrop token, particularly back here when it's new, a lot of people got it for free. I got some a little bit for free. I didn't buy a punchy penguin. I didn't get tens of thousands or millions even, or hundreds of thousands. I got like a few thousand because I was just like an OG crypto trader in 2017, 2019. Cool. So I got a bit, but don't forget, they're free coins. So many people took their free coins and made a lot of money, free money, didn't do anything for it really, around here, and they've been taking their profits down here. Now, eventually, the sellers will get exhausted, and, some people are keeping some airdrop tokens up their sleeve, but don't forget, again, they didn't pay for it, okay? So I feel like an airdrop token is more subject to the whims of the market. So if something like a Dogecoin, something like an XRP, or a BTC or an Ethereum or that, or one with a real utility like Render or the Graph or RSR or whatever, I feel like the airdrop tokens, because you didn't earn it as such, they're more likely to have larger dips. I'm saying that to just be the contrarian, although we are extremely overvalued. So it's looking right. It looks like a bottom is forming. That's what I'm trying to say. But don't quote me on that, okay? Because it's an airdrop token, maybe some whales have only sold half of their airdrop and they're waiting to see if this is a confirmed bottom. Now, if you start doing this, whales might go, oh yeah, no, it's done for a while, it's going to go, and then they sell their other half, okay? And then go like that, okay? So that's what you need to be aware of with airdrop tokens because of the incentive structure. They didn't pay for it in the beginning. Cool. But at the moment, it's looks like in a bottoming formation, potentially extremely undervalued on the RSI. But what we'd be wanting to look for is some kind of some kind of bullish divergence. I don't know, and I'm just looking at this for the first time. So, and for a bearish divergence, am I seeing anything? So what you'd be looking for is price going down, so lower lows, but higher highs in the relative strength index, or at least something's not matching up, okay? So if I'm doing a first look at this, which I literally am right now, I'm going to use the ASX Trader, trying to look for bullish divergences. Am I noticing any divergence? Divergence, not confluence, divergence, okay? So we're seeing if I'm taking the lows, right? So let's take a look at the lows, okay? So you can see right here, I'm doing a random PENGU thing here. Right. Okay, you can see there, low, 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 higher low technically. Let me get rid of all that. You can see it's kind of like a flattening out of that low. But then what you can see on, I don't know, can you see it? It seems like it looks like it's trending up. Okay, so if that's doing more so that. Now this, I might be doing this wrong, so I might do this on a shorter term time frame. Maybe we need to do that. Maybe I'll just pop this in a little bit There, I'm just trying to use these newfound skills right here. Okay, so what you can see here is a flattening. Okay, so there's a low and a double bottom, or an equal low. Where does that match up on the relative strength index? Okay, right there, and okay, a higher low there. Is that a thing? I might have to pop that, put that towards ASX Trader and see, hey man, is that a thing? That looks like a thing. It's a bit of a divergence there, don't you think? And what have we seen since then? This is on the 4-hour time frame, mind you. Okay, so that doesn't mean it's PENGU's going to go jump 1,000,000% from here. But at least on the 4-hour, you can see a flattening, but a rise in the RSI. And since then, we've had a little bit of, well, you had that big move. Okay, so maybe some people saw, oh, bearish divergence. Look, that's confirmed there. That's confirmed. I'm going to buy in, and that took it up to there. Okay, we have seen on the last 4-hour another uptrend. So now we're just moving in confluence now. Higher low, higher low. Okay, higher high, which is good. Okay, so that's good. So has that broken its market structure in this 4-hour time frame? So a higher high, that's looking good. Although I had that moved back down, but that's a higher low. Okay, higher high, higher low. That might be positive for PENGU. Okay, so yeah, that's the short-term PENGU price. It does look like, and if we are going to see that continued rise in the altcoin market up to that $300 billion area, I think that's more likely that we turn around here as well. Let's have a look at the weekly. The weekly is we don't have enough data for the relative strength index on the weekly time frame. Okay, but yeah, it looks like it might be turning around and potentially having a little bit of a rise. That's PENGU. Thanks for that. Godstat, I appreciate that. Godstat, please hit the follow button on X, and you really want to follow me on YouTube as well. Be one of my subscribers, because if you follow me on X and you follow me on YouTube, you have double the chances to earn a real silver coin, the real thing. Okay, you can get the real thing, people. I will be doing a giveaway of silver for when I hit 2,000 YouTube subscribers and when I hit 5,000 X followers. Again, if it happens at separate times, I'll do 2 separate giveaways. Yeah. David Smith says, Joe, this is why I watch your show, because I'm always learning something new. The thing is, so am I, and I pass it on to you, right? We're all learning. Stitch says, my average cost on TOSHI is 0.00084. Should I expect a near-term profit or should I sell? Can't tell you to do. Cannot tell you. Cannot tell you at all. Yeah. I don't give that kind of financial advice. Sorry. PENGU was just listed. What? PENGU was just listed on Coinbase? Get out of town. No. Give me a second. I don't believe you. Give me a second. 1 second. I'll share the screen in a sec. No, it wasn't. It was just If it was just listed on Coinbase, it would have pumped already. Oh God. Okay. The search button's coming. Is it? Yeah. Is it not Coinbase though? I am not a chart expert, but okay. All right. I'm going to share the screen. We're talking PENGU. Ooh, did I get into PENGU just the right time? Isn't that funny? If I got into the right time, isn't that funny where Coinbase, if they have listed it, they've listed it just as it's getting into that undervalued area. Oh, isn't that interesting? We're just going to buy it at the low and then pump it on our thing. That's wrong, sorry. Okay, has PENGU... I'm not a chart expert, but I think the PENGU chart is primed for a takeoff. Well, I like that bearish divergence, right? Will the Coinbase spot listing give enough volume to PENGU so it can break it? I think so. Later today, we can take a look at the chart. Is PENGU getting listed on Coinbase? Oh, 5 hours ago. After a lot of negative reactions for listing BS coins, Coinbase has finally listed a real project's coin again. PENGU is now live on Coinbase 6 hours ago. Okay. Coinbase assets. Yeah. Coinbase.com in the Pudgy Penguins is now live on Coinbase.com. Oh, okay. And in the Coinbase, Coinbase is now buying. Okay. So PENGU's listed on Coinbase in the last, 5 hours? And what have we seen? What's that? 1, 1, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That was probably buying the rumor? And that's not a big pump. It's not like TOSHI. When TOSHI got listed on Coinbase, oh crap, it just went through the roof. I'm not seeing a big amount of, not a big amount. Let me just see if I can find that on a coin. Will they have a PENGU listing for Coinbase yet? Let's have a look. PENGU, Coinbase, on perpetuals. BitMEX, Binance, Pudgy Penguins, PSU USD. Okay, let's look at that. Coinbase PENGU. Oh, it's listed a few hours ago. Oh, so that is the reason for that move. Okay. Okay, so we've seen a move. That's where we listed on Coinbase. Okay. A few hours ago. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 hours, 7 hours ago, we listed on Coinbase. Congratulations. So we did have a move. So that is that move. Well, thank you very much for letting me know. Let me pop that on and I'll show you. I'll go back to here and show you PENGU. Wow. Hey, congratulations. Cool. There's PENGU. I just talked about it and I didn't know it was listed on Coinbase. This is how you know the show is ultra live. So here's that PENGU move. Oh, okay. So we got down to that level. Yeah, isn't that interesting? We got right back down to that level and then Coinbase go, hey, we're listing it now. Of course, they knew they were going to list it. They picked the perfect time, didn't they? I don't know if they do it at regular times every day, every week or every day, or do they do it at the same time every time? That's interesting. Right down there and they go, right, okay, cool. And, oh, what did that form? That was on that 4 hour. Dang, on that 4 hour, there's your double bottom. There is that bullish potential divergence right there. And there is the pump listing it on Coinbase. Okay, so from 9.3 to there. No, sorry, that's the 4 hour. My apologies. Wrong. Wrong. Sorry, that's not there. That was the bearish divergence. Maybe that's the rumor. Okay, so maybe after here, bearish divergence, people went, oh, okay, bearish divergence, I'll get in. It went up to there, made that higher high. Then it went down to there. That's when Coinbase listed just then because it's the 4 hour time frame. Okay. So it's had it's not huge. It's had a 12% move after listing on Coinbase. Okay. But look, it's looking really good. That's the bearish divergence. We've got that higher low, higher high, higher low. That could be setting up PENGU for a really nice move. Okay. And just listed on Coinbase. Okay. I'm going to have to say officially, I'm bullish for PENGU if I'm bullish for the longer term of crypto, of which I am. It's looking good for PENGU. Okay, just listed on Coinbase. Congratulations. That's all I have to say about that. Thanks for that, Godstat and Stitch. I appreciate it. Back. I am following you. I'll hit that follow button on YouTube as well. Thank you very much. Pete Repeat says, thanks, Joe. Have to run. Catch your peeps at 2:30 p.m. Oh, of course, for the other live stream. Not my one, a different bullion dealer who I worked for, and I was their very first employee, and I launched and grew their YouTube channel. If you know who I'm talking about, of course I'm talking about Bullion Now. Bullion Now. I joined as their very first employee in 2019, or late 2018, technically, 2019. And I launched and grew the YouTube channel. So you are watching. So Pete, I know you know this, but anyone else, if you watch Bullion Now's live stream, they have now 25,000 subscribers on YouTube. I took them from nothing to nearly 20,000 subscribers by the time I left in the 3 years that I was there. I literally launched and grew the YouTube channel. That was me. I said, all right, I'm going to come in as your first employee. I'll work part-time, 3 days a week. But while I'm there, while I'm basically serving no customers because you're waiting for customers to come in, I'm going to start a YouTube channel and I'm going to make video content. And the boss said, okay, no worries. I don't want to be in the videos, he said, but, yeah, cool, you do your thing. And I went, you're going to be in the videos. And then he was in the videos and we did all the epic unboxings and this and that. That was all me in that 3-year period. So you're watching that live show because I started that YouTube channel. I literally physically started that YouTube channel. All right. Anyway, Bullion Now, great company. Although I don't longer work for them, but they're still a good company. Let's see. Yeah, he goes, yes, it's true. Coinbase listed, yes. So was Popcat. Oh, interesting. Heck yeah. Popcat was listed at the same time. I'm not sure why they listed two memes at once. No idea. Anyway, people, Yeah, I'm going to get out of here. We've done gold, silver. We talked about silver miners versus the silver price. We've talked about the crypto side of things. PENGU looking very interesting. TOSHI in that no man's land range. PENGU looking quite, just got listed on Coinbase. Wow, looking potentially quite good. Yeah, ladies and gentlemen, what we do here at the end of the show, we dance it out. Okay, number one, we dance it out, and we also do the synchronized slurp at the same time. If you joined the show after the beginning of the show, you missed the synchronized slurp, but we do it at the end as well. You grab your tasty beverage, I grab mine, and we slurp them synchronously together to the theme song, literally. So make sure you hit the big red subscribe button to join the GMS family, YouTube and on X. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, this has been
Good morning, Stack.
Oh yeah, we're feeling fine.
Good morning, Stack.
It's podcast time.
Grab it.
Grab a tasty beverage. Let's get in the groove.
Let's do that.
Synchronized slurp. Now
3,
we're on the
2,
move.
1, slurp it.
Good morning, Stack.
Oh yeah, we're
Oh, that was extra slurpy. Have a great day, everyone. Have a great week. I'll see you on Monday morning, my time, Melbourne, Australia. Stay safe, stay informed. Keep stacking whatever you're stacking. Have an amazing weekend. See ya.